Hello, guys. Hold on. Okay, so for some reason everything went whack with the settings again. I don't know why. I've been talking like this, not entire time, but I was talking. Wait, why would that device be speakers? Can it hear the game now when I walk? Yeah, it can. Alrighty, let's do that again. Hold on. Fuck. Okay, so basically what just happened was I was talking like, hey guys, it's nice to be back. I was saying all of y'all's names. I was like, hi Willow, hi Sleepy. And I was going on about how like I needed to do a hydrate for Tori and how it's like always good. I just realized that these are sitting here, yet I have them in my inventory. That's a discrepancy that we aren't going to acknowledge because I forgot I did this. Don't question. See, now we have this thing blocking. You cannot see my mistakes. Anyway. Yeah, no, I didn't realize. I should have realized it changed on me because, in Discord it did, and I actually had to fix my Discord stuff before I could hear anybody today. So that was interesting. Anyway, Swanson then woke up because I'm not going to try to mime that again because that is the most awkward part of my stream, trying to act like I am awakening. And she just came over here and I started talking. So that's where we're going to start. God, my allergies want to send me to the other world. Argifer is raiding with a party of 8. There is so much debating about. Hi, guys. Well, it's a good certain thing that I fixed my audio now, ain't it? So now these wonderful Raider fur. That's actually that's funny. I like that. Welcome, fellas. Hi, Lina. Hi, Arky. Hi, Ven. Hi, Tori. Ven was both here and then a raider. Welcome, fellas. We're gonna be doing some Barrier World. I need to get back into character because I'm doing real great. Don't worry about it. I'm doing swell. Hi, Swan. How are you doing? I'm doing good, Ender. I'm doing okay. Oh, God, the hydrates here. Hold on. I shall, in fact, hydrate. There we go. Virtual hug. I give hug. I am having a good afternoon/night. I'm having a good time. Hydrate or dehydrate. That is a threat, boys. This is a time. You must hydrate or dehydrate. Willow demands it of all of you. Be healthy, because we care about you fellas. I am doing well, Archifer. I would try to come up with an equivalent to Scrub Sorceress, but like, I can't think of one right now. So you know? It's okay. We'll figure out another one later. I'll have to brainstorm. My name is too goated. Or I think I'm just too foolish. The best I came up with was I call Lily 201 sometimes, and I call Rex Fatur. Just like, you know, what am I gonna do? Call Arky like fur? I don't know. Ifer? Yeah, that sounds like it. You know, there's the Fatur, and then there's the Ifer. Maybe. I don't know, man. I feel like I'd make them sound too similar. Third! Alrighty. Let's get into character, boys. Let's go. Let's go, fellas. We go. Just call Arky R. Just R. That makes Arky sound like a pirate. Which pirates are kind of cool. Alrighty. You know, I hate to admit it, but honestly, I do suppose a few days of rest have been doing me some good. The captain's probably headed on back to Dead Man's Harbor. Been about a day since all that. I have seen that green-haired fellow around still. They're seemingly doing alright, which is good, at the very least. Wait a second. Hold on. This may just be me being a tad foolish, right? As I can be upon occasion. I was asked out on a date, wasn't I? No, like a legitimate actual date. As in, Captain Mint said that me, the doctor, and her should go to Dead Man's Harbor and have a time. And I think she even called it, oh my, did she actually call it a date? And why is it only hitting me? to do for dates. I've never been... This may be surprising to some of y'all, but I have never in my life been on a date. I don't know how to do this. I didn't need to do this. There's so much for drawing a line here, Swanson. So much for it. You're doing a real swell job on that one. Making a very clear, defined difference on that one. That you most certainly are. Just... Yeah, but isn't there etiquette? There's like stuff you're supposed to do. It's a special occasion type of deal, ain't it? Like, so surely that is. I mean, any romantic novel or movie, you know, that I was forced to sit through either due to school or just friends or whatever. That's how it was. It was like this big special thing. So, like, I don't know what to do, necessarily. There's not like I have reference material, because I have nothing to reference. I have never been on a date in my life, and I don't think I know anyone that has. No, wait, Justin would. I'm not gonna go tell Justin that I've been invited on a date and that I need dating advice. I'm not doing that one. Which cuts my options down to none. That's real great. I'm pretty sure Hades at some point recommended I ask Aphrodite about something. But I don't necessarily know if I want to go to a god for advice on a date, because I feel like that's a little too real in some aspects. I don't really know what I'm doing. Alright, look, maybe I just calm down. There's no reason to panic. Surely if I've been asked on this here date, it's because the fella likes me as me. It's probably just, you know, to have some company. So, I do just need to be myself. And I mean, how hard can it be to guess the aspects of a date, right? I mean, what fancy stuff do I have that is not related necessarily to, like, devastating events where things went horrendously wrong? That's a none. That's a none, actually. Shoot. It took a while to get those clothes I even got tailored, so it's not like there's necessarily gonna be time. Oh, the hell with it. I don't know what to do. Lily, wasn't it?
Huh?
Surprised to see you're back, fella.
Oh, hey. What's up?
I knew that look seemed familiar.
Hmm?
Your eyes, fella. When you look like that glare. Do you happen to be Justin's daughter, by any chance?
What?
Wait, are you crying? I
No,
didn't mean to...
no, this isn't supposed to be
No,
happening.
fella,
This
you
isn't
don't...
supposed to be... Please don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody, please.
Hey,
Please.
Lily! Calm, take a breath, okay?
Please don't tell anyone.
I'm not gonna tell no one. Okay, I didn't know this would upset you so bad. I wouldn't have said nothing. Okay, calm down. Take a breath. I'm not gonna tell anyone. If it's that important to you, fella, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. You must got your reasons, fella, and I'm not here to out them, okay? Just breathe. Calm down. Look, he may be my friend, but I don't gotta tell him everything, alright? I won't mention to anyone else or him that I know who you are. Whatever makes you the most comfortable, okay, fella? Okay. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make you freak out like that.
It's fine. I please. I haven't been called that in a long time. I don't want anyone to know. I don't want anyone to know.
And no one's gonna know, fella. Look, I only realized when I saw that glare. Only way I put it together.
Dumb face.
No,
Dumb.
fella, your face is yours. You may have some resemblances to your father, but that's fine. Because at the end of the day, it's not his, it's yours.
I just hate being mad.
That's understandable. Being mad makes us act rash and do things we normally wouldn't do sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, it does. About, talking. I came here for, some stuff.
Oh?
I just need yours and, Doc's favorite foods.
Well, that's odd, but I mean, I suppose that don't hurt nobody. I happen to fancy myself some crab. Honestly, only seafood that I think's palatable.
Mm-hmm.
As for the doctor, I don't really know. Let's see, what is I've seen the fella eat? I've seen him eat potatoes before. I think a bit more than some other things.
Potatoes. Anything else?
Oh, they're vegetarian.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all I know, sorry.
Any, like, fruits or sweet anything that they like that you know?
Sorry to say, I don't really know. I mean, we do chat fairly often, but I suppose I'm always out and about so much that we don't exactly spend meals together half the time.
Alright.
I can try to find out for you if you need.
It's fine. I think this is good.
Alright. Wait a
If
second.
you...
Were you sent by the captain?
Yes.
Oh, Lord, this really is a date. What am I gonna do? What about... I don't know what to do. I know this is maybe odd that a grown adult woman does not know what to do on a date, but I have no idea, fella. I have absolutely no clue in my damn mind.
I mean, it's a date.
I've never been on one, and I think there's supposedly some sort of real special occasion. I didn't process it when the asking occurred. And now I don't want to disappoint either the captain or the doctor.
Alright. Do you want to go to your office or something?
Wait, you're gonna help me?
I mean, sure. I've dated before, but I made a lot of mistakes. However, I do know a thing or two. Just a thing or two. It's, it'll pay you back for not telling nobody.
You don't gotta pay me back for that.
I want to.
Fine. To my office, then. This is a strike of gold, dear Lord.
You're quite fast, Sheriff.
Apologies. I mean to slow my gait sometimes, but it's kind of just... always been
Yeah.
running. Either away or at the danger.
These posters really are everywhere.
Yeah, I mostly got them in here for referencing. I wonder sometimes why some of the fellas did it and their reasonings. I've had at least 2 of these folks in my actual jail before. And I gave them both the same warning of being careful and playing it smart, but they didn't listen.
Yeah. Yeah, some people are just real stupid, even if you care for them.
That they are.
I don't know if I'll sit down, I'll be able to... Okay.
You don't have to. Sorry. We could stand. I may or may not take notes. This isn't a note-taking matter. I should hold on. I know I'm taking this far too seriously. Come on, fella. I was dedicated to my work. I'm pretty much...
No, it's not that. Well, I mean, you already got the first step down. You care.
Oh.
I mean, truthfully, a date's not really just a date. It's something that you do with somebody else that shows that you care about them. You see, like, let's say that you and I, were to, just chill out normally in the old world and be friends. Let's say we went to a cafe. You see, like, I get something on the menu, but they get it wrong. And you got something on the menu that you liked, but you also liked what I got. And I liked what you got. You were like, well, do you want this? I'll swap it out. And that's kind of just like showing that you care. You know?
So, just already trying to want to go out of your way for someone else is
caring.
Okay.
Exactly.
I didn't know the first step was so easy.
First step is just being a human being, I suppose.
I suppose so.
The next step is definitely making sure you know something that's like. You know, like, let's say flowers. Everybody likes flowers. I see you do too, but...
Well, the captain tends to give me a lot of them, and I tend to make sure they stay all right.
God, you guys really are so flirtatious.
Wait, what? We
What?
We don't flirt. I mean, that's just half the time what we do is witty banter, ain't it? We talk.
Oh, Sheriff.
Oh, no.
Sheriff, you do realize that to everybody around you both, that you guys look like you're flirting, right?
No, I did not.
Oh, you're... Okay, it's a form of expression, don't worry. Yeah, I don't actually mean you're hopeless. Let's go for something a bit simpler. Since you can't identify basic flirting and giving of flowers as a sign of affection, what's something you know the captain likes?
Well, I'd assume... Well, I know she don't like birds. And she don't like birds because they won't stop chattering at her all the time. Perhaps I should clear some of them out of the harbor.
You could do that. Or, something you could do is give them a physical item to remember you by. Something small. Sure,
Well,
a few birds going away will be something, but the birds will always come back.
Well, with the amount of jewelry and the sort that I've seen the captain have, I do think they like, some shiny stuff. Like gold bands and the like.
Well, do you want to get them something like a ring, or...
I suppose I could try.
I mean, yeah.
I think they'd like something like that.
Yeah, you could get something simple. Maybe get something with like a little star on it, kind of like your sheriff's badge. Just something to remember you by.
Yeah. That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, I have stuff that I remember a lot of people by, including my family.
So, other than, like, considering gifts and being considerate of the fella itself, is the rest just trying to be myself? Or, like...
Oh, there's that, of course. You want to be yourself. Being yourself on a date is very important because they fell for you.
Okay, going on a date don't mean necessarily like each other to that level, do it? Like,
No,
I'm
sometimes...
fond of the captain, but...
Listen. sometimes a date just means you guys want to try. And that's fine. But you do gotta keep in mind that if they ask you on a date, they at least somewhat like parts of you.
Yeah, I do suppose that's true.
Next thing though, I would suggest a different outfit.
What's wrong with my current outfit?
Nothing's wrong with it. However, on dates you usually dress real nice.
Oh.
Yeah, like you could wear a dress or a suit or even
Well,
just some casual wear.
most of the stuff I got kind of has memories of bad events. These the two
Oh, it's
events
all
I went to were kind of disasters by some method.
ah,
But I might have
see.
something. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay.
And by right back, I mean that I forgot to get the skin in advance, so hold on. Hold on. Don't mind. Well, I go very quickly throw it into Discord.
It's okay. It's just throw it in my DMs. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. Nothing's happening. This isn't a screw up on anybody's part. Wah.
Please don't be the compressed version from when I had to try to compress the skin. Back when I had the skin issue days.
At this point, Swan, you should just send me your skins. Because I'll have them all in a neat little folder.
Just like, Swan, you keep losing everything you touch.
Here, folder.
Fuck, what did I do to it? There we go. Okay.
I'm sure this is so entertaining
This
to
is
you,
very,
chat.
this is very entertaining to chat. It's fine. Everything is fine. Everything's good.
Man,
Alrighty. This is the fanciest thing I got.
No.
What's wrong with this one? This one's actually
That's
fancy.
your Royal Guard uniform.
Yeah, but...
But nothing. You can't wear that. Respectfully, you kind of want to leave work out of this stuff.
I suppose you're right. But then that means I pretty much got nothing to wear.
Here. Do you have any ideas? If you have something like a sketch or anything really, I could make something.
Well... I was gonna try to upgrade my typical sheriff's outfit, I suppose.
Then you could hand over one of your sheriff's outfits and I can make some alterations to it.
Okay, let me go see if I can find the sketch for that. Don't worry, I also forgot to prepare this book. Swan Sorceress is a fucking dumbass, boys. I was like, I woke up late, I literally ate like 2 sandwiches because I haven't eaten. And I was like,
sparkling water. That's okay, my chat just redeemed. Oh, and a posture check.
Posture,
fancy.
Crack your back, break it. I'm kidding. Don't actually hurt yourself, I'll be sad.
Oh my god, I actually did pop my back. I did, goddamn.
Oh god.
Oh, come on, right now?
You're redeeming hydrate.
Hold on, no, it's not hydrate.
Oh no, my chat did. You know, I forgot you had that.
Yeah,
very much
no,
so.
they don't forget. They never forget.
Well, I forgot. It's okay.
I mean, they have to redeem it for 600, so.
600, go bear.
Yeah. I'm sure they could spam me if they really wanted. But, they...
Oh, I remember when my chat could drown me. I remember when that was the thing. Alrighty. Wait, I should have changed out of this uniform too. Hold on. Let's be a dumbass, guys. Let's just That never. I'm a fucking disaster,
I'm gonna
boys.
help Swan set up macro keybinds or something.
I don't got macro keybinds.
I'll just have you install it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Here's the sketch. Sorry if it's not the best. I haven't drawn in a while.
All right. I can work with this. It shouldn't be too hard, honestly.
Alrighty.
Mm.
Wait a second. Wasn't there that flower girl that fell the other day, and she's still been lingering around town, which is fortunate. Maybe I can ask for her help in getting some flowers too, along with a gift.
Well, that sounds great. Flowers are always a great step in wooing somebody.
What?
What?
You know what? I think I should just ignore half the verbiage you use. Hey there, Lawson. Good boy.
You named your dog Lawson, Swanson.
I'm not exactly good at names. If you want to take a look at the saloon is literally the saloon. The inn is inn. The agency we got here now, that was named by someone else. My pet sheep is named Fiend because they bit me. I'm not exactly the greatest at naming.
Good to know. If I'm being honest, that's good to know. All right. Truthfully, what else? I mean,
I should also think of something for the doctor, shouldn't I? Because
doctor's
they're coming.
one?
Yeah. It's a 3-way date?
Okay, the
I
doctor's
think.
coming.
That's what that
that's
is. I don't really know.
Okay, let me think. All right, so the doctor. What is the doctor like?
Well, the doctor's real smart, but that's pretty obvious. They like to lecture me, but that's not what we're after. I've never actually tried giving that fellow flowers before, but she seems to like them from the captain a lot.
Well, then get them both flowers. Get the captain some sort of jewelry.
I think the
And
doctor would appreciate a journal.
well, then get them a journal.
But it's gotta
cheap.
be a new one, something kind of special, but I think I can do this myself. I'm a
Oh,
little
yeah.
handy sometimes. I haven't done anything with leather working in a while, but I'm gonna see if I can make her some sort of engraved journal. Not engraved as in the tip, I don't know proper terminology half the time. I know how to do the thing, I don't know the words. But I think I can make some kind of design on the cover, because I got her a journal once upon a time, but I can make a special one, I think.
Well, then that sounds great. Just do something that reminds you of them. What else could you do for a date? I'm trying to think. I personally haven't really been on a proper one. I guess I have been on a date. Oh, you
I
probably wouldn't like
pretty
who.
much, is it someone I need to throw in a sale for a night? Maybe 2?
I don't know.
Well, I practically dated my work, if, I didn't do much outside of it. I mean, made friends in school, hung out every now and then, but after I joined the police academy when I was younger, that pretty much became my entire life. Until this place, to be honest. My work is still pretty much my life, but then other people kind of keep wiggling in. It's not a bad thing, to be honest, but it's concerning to have so many folk that I care about so close all the time sometimes.
Well, to be completely fair, you can't really care for somebody unless you're willing to risk them getting hurt. Something that I learned really early on in this world, actually.
Well, that's the thing, fella. I don't know if I am willing.
Yeah.
I've had people that I cared about greatly get hurt due to my line of work before. And there was not much I could do, because I had a job to do. And I tried sometimes real hard to help everyone, but it didn't quite work out.
Mm.
Kind of afraid of that happening again.
Well, what I've learned is, people you care for, siblings, family, they can all get hurt. All of them, even close to death. It's quite unfortunate, actually. I had family close to dying.
But you're still so young.
Yeah, but death doesn't really care for age.
That it
And
don't.
he didn't die. Luckily, somebody saved him. But, I mean, being young didn't stop anything from happening to me, right?
No, I suppose it didn't.
Listen, I can't imagine anything that's going on with you or what happened to you in your past, to be completely honest. I barely know anything about you, Sheriff.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. I suppose it did come out of the blue, pretty much begging you for assistance, even though we hardly know each other, but I suppose that's exactly why I needed your help.
Yeah, it's always easier to confide in somebody you barely know.
That it is sometimes. I appreciate your words, honestly. I
It's
mean,
just stuff I learned.
stuff you shouldn't have to learn, but thank you for sharing it with me all the same. And I mean, even if I am nervous, I owe it to the captain and the doctor to still show up. I mean, it may not go as bad. Being afraid of a future that's already come to pass isn't something I should concern myself with too much.
You're right. Instead, you should just keep moving forward. Because who knows? Maybe this will end up being something amazing. It's always the risk, right?
I suppose it is. You're a pretty good fellow, you know that? You're not needed around Dead Man Harbor. I might come visit sometimes. Well, for your presence, not just the captain's.
Well, I mean, my door is always open. Literally, I live in the tavern right now.
Well, my door is kind of always unlocked, which isn't the smartest thing in the world, but
Probably lock that at night.
if people need me in the middle of the night, who am I to turn them away? I live
Have them knock on.
downstairs.
I don't know. Have them knock on the door.
I live literally downstairs. There is quite a bit of distance between the front door and my bedroom,
Fair enough.
which does offer me some safety, but it does make it difficult for anyone knocking upon the door to access me while I'm down there.
I mean, it's really hard to access Captain's place. You have to take a boat.
Yeah. You not fond of water yourself or something?
No, but I know you aren't.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious about me, ain't it?
No, you told me last time I was here.
Oh, did I? I forget sometimes. It's a secret I didn't exactly want to get out to this degree, but pretty much everyone knows these days. So,
I mean, could be worse.
that's
But,
more or less why I live in a place with not too much water.
Going out with a sea captain.
Yeah, I suppose my life's full of irony.
Quite a bit of irony, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm real good at that sort of stuff.
I mean, I'm pretty good at irony.
No?
People call me super sweet and so kind and all that. And I have Justin as a dad.
Yeah,
He's
it's
a
gotta
little...
be an interesting upbringing, ain't it?
Well, I mean, you already know a bit about it. I did a lot of, you know, hands-on stuff as a kid.
Good skills to know.
Yeah, and it honestly explained him having me do archery and swordsmanship, and of course I was always a little rusty before coming here. I had to kind of fight my way through a jungle, so
I myself, I just took an interest in archery when I was young. Started training with the bow, and I never shot live targets other than sometimes occasional hunting itself, in which that was animals. But
I
I
think
pretty
the most...
much, I was alone for about the first while or so. It was only really until after the Empress was elected that I pretty much, well, I came on down to see how things were going for myself.
Yeah, uh, I remember when she was elected. I remember that day really clearly.
You
And I
know,
remember a lot after it and before it. Let's just say I was I was kind of around the whole time.
yeah, it's something I should have been. I just, I thought I was alone actually for the first while. When I woke up on that island, that was number one terrifying that it was in fact an island surrounded by water, but
Yeah.
not me needing to sneeze during a serious conversation. Anyway, um, I kind of was in such a panic that I kind of just, I don't even quite know how I found my way off it or how I got to shore, but I kind of just ran.
Yeah, we all got to shore. I got lost in a jungle, and it took me about a week to find my dad in Japan.
Yeah, I kind of didn't really see that there were people to begin with. First folks I met were the monsters, and then I found some villagers who were nice enough. Hell, I barely survived for the lone fact of I just didn't have the survival skills. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
shoot a bow pretty well, but I don't know how to make one. Not really. Eventually, I kind of forged something of the sort. Kind of ended up with either a long, sharp stick that was poorly made, or eventually, when I fashioned something of a bow, arrows were a different matter. But
eh,
eventually,
arrows are mostly just sticks with
oh yeah, but you gotta
some.
sharpen them and you gotta make them attach so they fly real nice. The poorer crafted they are, the less far they're likely gonna go.
Yeah,
And there
I
goes their
mean,
reusable capacity.
I did make quite a few crude arrows while I was in the jungle. You know, not able to really get anything solid.
Yeah.
But anything was better than nothing. But it definitely did hurt when I had to ram myself into trees so that I could get wood so that sticks would fall and stuff.
Yeah. Uh, well, I suppose at least I know a few skills now. Just wish it was a bit of a politer way of learning.
Yeah. This was all so sudden, I must admit.
Last thing I remember about the old world was actually we talked about that the last time, didn't we?
Mhm.
Prison was not what I expected, but honestly, I'm frankly glad that I got the experience of what the fellas that I place in such a place, go through. Of course, my sales most certainly aren't the same, nor my regulations fully, but
I mean, to be completely fair, I was 16. I was studying for a really important exam. I guess it seemed important back then. It's not so
it
much
seems
now.
so far away, but you know, I didn't really know too well your dad until the new world, technically, in some ways. I met him in the old world when he pretty much saved my life. There was a case. I was pretty much accused of murder. Calculated murder. Fact was, it was true. I had killed a guy, but it was in self-defense. Bad situation. Bad time. I did what I had to survive type deal.
Yeah.
Without your dad, I doubt I would have made it out alive, to be honest. They wanted to put me to death. They wanted to cover it up. That's the thing about governments and systems. They are sometimes corrupt. They do sometimes trump up charges, and that's what makes it so scary. But then there was your dad, and he fought with the same system, and he won.
My dad was always so strong.
Yeah. And I mean, he's still a strong man today, if not just a bit misguided.
Yeah. I miss him.
Do you ever plan to see him again?
I don't know. I'm not ready.
That's fair.
I love him so much, but I can't stand seeing his face. I love him to death.
Is it because of the stuff he's done?
No. I mean, it's a little bit of that. But I can't blame him, as I can't blame any of my brothers. I can't blame the one wanted on that poster over there. I love them to death. They're my family. They're all I've ever had.
Davern's your brother? Oh, of course.
Is it really hard to see the resemblance?
Not necessarily, just I've only seen that fella once, and that was when the fella was really trying to burn a place down.
Yeah. He's my brother. Oh, these photos don't really give it light. Yeah. He has black hair and green eyes.
Family does a lot of things that can sometimes be stupid. Actions, I mean, you know?
I know. Trust me. My family's all over this world. My brothers and...
Yeah, you lot are quite scattered, aren't you?
Yeah, but I've seen them. Honestly, I thought they were all gone. Everything seems so different now.
It is in some ways, but in some ways it's not really.
I mean, in the old world, my brother wasn't wanted for, terrorism.
In the old world, we had laws and a system. The old world, there would have been something in place that these folks could rely on to rebel without doing all of this.
Smart people do really stupid things.
Yeah.
That's what my brother did. A really stupid thing. And I don't know what would happen if I saw him again. Well, if I saw him around.
These people are endangering others, and that's the unfortunate thing of it. The battle they're trying to fight, they're not fighting it well. They nearly killed a few villagers. They attacked a place that didn't have much impact to the enemy that they're fighting.
Yeah.
They're taking shots in the dark, and it ain't working very well.
It was real damn stupid. But I still miss him. I still miss him a lot.
You know, just a word between you and me, but one day when you're ready to see your father again, I think it would really help him. For a while there, I thought that he'd lost his way. That he'd fallen off the path and that I couldn't help him back. That he was cruel in ways that I hadn't realized and that he just didn't care anymore. Extreme, I know, but he proved me wrong. But it's clear that there's this person whispering in his ear. And it's clear that that is a strong influence. He needs folks that he can trust, that can tell him otherwise.
Oh. I don't know if I'd be the best.
He cares about you, about all of the fellas. One of the things I think he regrets the most is not getting a chance to just say goodbye before all his kids kind of ran off.
I suppose. Well,
Again,
I
it's
will
up to you,
attribute.
fella. It's your life. You don't necessarily owe anyone anything, necessarily. It's just something to think on.
I just need some time.
Of course.
Yeah, he's my dad, but things are
Parents
different.
are like that. Different in ways sometimes, and even if you love them with all you got, it's like sometimes you just don't know what to do with them.
Yeah. Yeah. Though, sometimes I wonder what would have happened if none of this happened.
The New World, or just these sorts of events?
The New World. I don't think I'd be who I am today.
Neither do I, honestly. In this world, I've had to make choices I typically wouldn't.
I've stopped pretending a lot. Pretending to be somebody else is really tiring. And I just gave up. I'm not who anybody wanted. I know that. I tried for a long time to pretend to be somebody else. But after a while, the lines started blurring. And I couldn't hold stuff in anymore.
I think you're exactly who you need to be. And
Thanks,
anyone else
Sheriff.
that disagrees, well, they can screw off, frankly.
Oh, man. I got a curse word out of the sheriff, huh?
You ain't gonna get those very often, but yeah, you did.
Fair enough. Are you less stressed about your date now?
I think I am. Less stressed, I mean, not stressed. You get what I mean.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I'm not always comfortable with jumping into unfamiliar territory, even if my life seems to be the danger type. Or dangerous, more so. I mean, it is, but there's something different about jumping into unknown danger as opposed to jumping into unknown situations where I can't fight the opponent or the feelings or whatever.
I mean, you can fight the opponent. It
I'd
just
rather
wouldn't
not
make
fight
a great
the captain.
date.
I'd rather. I mean, who knows? If we had a friendly spar, it might be some fun, but I think I'd get trounced. I haven't gotten a good opportunity to brush up on my hand-to-hand since I went to prison.
I mean, fair. It's also the captain is, like, really tall.
Listen, just because you're tall, don't. I mean, you do got an advantage over us short folks, but.
I mean,
ways.
I mean, to be completely fair, I just have to kind of
Go for their
like,
knees.
go for the
ruin
knees.
their lives casually.
Yeah. Yeah, you just gotta go for the knees, go between the legs, and push them over. It's pretty easy.
I'm gonna go get started on one of them gifts. I'll let you know
Good.
how it's going. I think I'll let you be my gift tester in the sense of checking for quality. Just to make sure I don't pull something like the uniform again.
Alright, well, I would say I'd go home, but, it's the middle of the night.
Well, we got plenty of free rooms in the inn right now. Nathan's probably staying in one while they try to get their stuff moved into the agency, but...
I remember which room they're staying in. It'll be no problems.
Alrighty. You can just go right in, there's no fee. This is probably one of the cheapest towns you've ever been to.
Believe it or not, I haven't really... I haven't really paid for too much. I mean, sure, room and board, but not much.
That's another thing. Despite the fact that the world's so messed up in so many ways, there's a lot of folks willing to be charitable.
I mean, they also see, like, a 17-year-old at their door, and they're like, huh.
That is true as well. I don't think anyone wants to leave a still technically child out in the, middle of the night.
Especially with the monsters around. No way.
Yeah.
Oh, one place I haven't been in a while is Haven.
Well, your father would most certainly be around there.
I mean, I can only imagine. He doesn't stay in anime land anymore.
Yeah. Well, I hope you get some good sleep, fella.
You too.
I'm just a few doors down if you need me.
Of course.
Night, fella.
See ya, Sheriff.
Alright, I will admit I'm still nervous, but I think I'm doing better. Hey, Lawson. Pat. You're such a good boy. And you too, Fiend. Even if you try to bite me half the time. You know, there's a new fella in town, and they too seem to have adopted one of the sheep. Yeah, I know. You'd rather be the only sheep in town, but that's not quite exactly how that works. Don't look at me like that. There's not much I can do. Look, I'll get you some of your favorite tomorrow night, alright? Just cheer up, you grumpy old sheep. There. Yeah, I see you trying to chomp me. Thanks, fellas. I appreciate the confidence. I also appreciate you listening to my wobbly accent as my allergies attempt to kill me. Yeah. It's gonna be fun. I'll talk to Shermie about potentially getting some flowers. I'll have to find someone to do the metal work of the ring. I can make weapons, but a ring work, that's too much. But I can make a journal, I think. A nice one. Means I got a big day tomorrow. But I suppose after that there date, I do need to be getting back to work. I've honestly left it longer than I should, but part of me doesn't feel as bad as I thought I would. The things these people are doing to me. Alright, folks, that shall be all for today. I hope you enjoyed. I apologize if my allergies were a bit much. I don't know how much it may or may not have affected my accent or my voice. It hates me, okay? I apologize. I know I wasn't, like, sneezing constantly. You know, it's just when you're, like, a little, like, slightly congested, you know, how it, like, can affect your voice or your speaking. I mean, like that. But I appreciate all of you guys. Thank y'all for showing up. We're gonna you know, I have said that we're gonna be having more Swanson, and that is true. We got story for, we got stuff going on. Anyway, I hope y'all have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, day, night, whatever time of day it is for y'all. This will be Swanson signing off. Bye!